Welcome everybody, my name's BettersFish80. We are streaming live on Twitch, but this is going to go on to YouTube. So hopefully Twitch chat are going to behave during this. This is going to be the final of my 2v2 number 3 tournament. It is going to be a best of 5. It is for a prize pool of $100. There's in-game content to be won as well. There's a huge amount.
Disgusting!
God damn it, I hate Twitch chat. There's a huge amount of matches that have been up to this point. This is going to be the grand final. If you want to get involved, there'll be links in the chat for the next one.
If
you enjoy the video, make sure you hit subscribe, like, leave a comment. But we're going to go and jump into the first match. I actually hate my chat. Okay, please behave, chat. Thank you. So, we're going to switch into the first game. Remember, this is Minion Masters. If you haven't played Minion Masters, it is awesome. It is free. It is on Steam, Discord, and Xbox. Potentially coming to iOS soon as well. So keep your eyes out for that. There'll be a chat link thing for you to click on. Okay, we're going to swap.
Give me those viewers, masters.
Have a look how we're doing here.
Dueling.
Okay, so we've got blue team, we've got Brokenone and Segaia against Acesir and Sunless. All incredible players. They've all won a lot of matches to get to this point. Remember, it is a redemption bracket setup. So, if you do lose in the tournament, you do get a second chance. Losers bracket, if you will, but redemption bracket sounds a lot nicer than losers bracket. Yes, I believe these guys are all in the same guild, in Bridge Baddies. One of the top guilds in the game, if not the top guild. Okay, so on the left, we've got Stormbringer, we've got Morelia. On the right, we've got Stormbringer, and we've got Morelia. Thought it was Milloween for a second, but it is Morelia. Okay, so we've got a statue at the bottom. Remember, the statue is a unit that only attacks buildings or taunted units. Okay, they've got a Beam of Doom to support the statue. The statue has been spawned from the Rock Rivals. So the Rock Rivals is spawned by red team. Gives your opponent a statue on the first spawn. Only the first spawn though. Afterwards, going forward, only the blue golem is spawned for the team that spawns it. And it's a blue golem with taunt and it's a mana cheaper. Okay, the Bannerman jumped in there just to save the sniper, which is very useful here. Okay, the sniper's going to go down to the poison eventually, but they did get some extra value out of it as well, causing... managed to get a little bit more damage, and it forced the opponents to spend a bit more mana to kill it. Okay, so again, you see the statue at the bottom. It's only going to attack buildings or taunted units, as we mentioned, so it will just keep walking. The key with the statue is to use it as a tank and support it. You need stuff behind it. Okay, so we're always looking at the bridges. We're always looking at the XP. XP is slightly in favour of blue team. Okay, we've got the Zap Shrine down. The Zen Chi Flow buff of the Zap Shrine means the first time it was spawned, everything got stunned. We've got the Tranquil Monkey that is healing itself. We've got a real cleaver that's going to come in there and take out the Succubus in one very quick swoop. Okay, the Bannerman was used there to take the hit from the cleaver. They're really fighting at the bottom of there. Cleaver's still alive, goes down to the curse from the Curse Bearer. Now the Curse Bearer curses everything around it, every ground unit around it. Does 3% damage every second, the curse. Lasts for a little while after it's dead as well. But it is great on big units. Okay, so we've got Shen at the bottom there. Now, if you don't know how Shen works, he only attacks stunned targets. So if his target is unstunned, his first move will be to stun it. You can see it there on the blue golem. He's stunning it over and over again. Okay. The sniper's going to go down. Doesn't get a shot off. The poison takes it out. Now, the statue will attack the blue golem because the blue golem, you see the circles around the blue golem, means it's taunting. It's forcing units close by to attack. So even though the living statue only goes for buildings, it will attack taunted units. Okay, XP is in blue's favour right now. 22 XP ahead. Sorry, in red's favour. I'm looking at the colour of the circles, but not the colour of the team. in Red's favour. Bridges are red again. Screaming Scrat grabs the top bridge, but it will soon go down. We've got a nice tank at the bottom, plus some DPS. That is going to be disgusting. That cleaver absolutely tears the succubus a new one. The beam of doom, though, does huge work. Takes out the cleaver before it gets a hit. The tranquil Zhijiao trying to heal. Going to get a big heal off. Remember, it heals when it's not in combat, not in melee combat. Okay, so again, we've got the Shen at the top. We've got the laser turret as well, which could do quick work on this blue golem. It was stunned for a while. Remember, the laser turret does start attacking slowly and then ramps up. The longer it's on a target, the more DPS it does until it hits its max. Okay, perk 3 has arrived for red team. That's the dragon, the Morelia. Also, perk 3 is Stormbringer, shooting twice as fast. Statue getting destroyed at the bottom there. The battle monkey doing a lot of work. A lot of people don't know how the battle monkey at the bottom works. The battle Zhijiao. The more units that are around it, the quicker it attacks. If you look close at his feet, you see little arrows pointing to units that are close by that are buffing it. Okay, so the dragon needs to be handled. It needs to be aggroed away from face. It's getting very close. They'd let it aggro on face. Is that a plan? I don't know. Normally, letting the dragon aggro on face is the worst thing you can do. But we've got the turret there. We've got the Shen. The problem is, they've dealt with it, but there's a lot coming behind it, and they are, blue team, way behind on health and XP. Their own dragon comes down, but they're super low on XP. I mean, super low on health. That's going to be GG. Game 1 to Acesir and Sunless in this best of 5 final. We're going to switch out of this screen so you guys don't see the sneaky replay screen and see the result. We're not watching this live. We are watching this from replays, but you know, it's effectively the same thing. Now, as I said, this is best of 5, so that is 1 game completed. Potentially 5 games. First to 3. Now, I have a lot of replays in my game, so it takes a while to load, so just give you a moment while the replay tab opens, and then we'll get into the second game and see how that fares. Remember, there are a few banned cards, Stormy, Spirit Martyr Guardian, things like that, and also each team is able to ban a master to stop the opponents playing. Volko is banned, period, because he's just too OP with his perk 1. But these bans and restrictions change from tournament to tournament. Okay, so we're going to load into the second game now.
In turquoise.
So we've got Diona and Setsu on the left, which is a change for the blue team. Red team are playing the same decks, or at least the same masters. One assumes probably the same decks. Let's find out. Stormbringer and Morelia. Now, Setsu is an interesting one. Perk 3 Setsu is very strong with the combat reload and the high-powered laser. You tend to find Setsu decks have a lot of spells in them. You take advantage of that. Okay, we've got a battle monkey at the bottom, is going to get reduced to a carcass by the stun lancers. Okay. Stun lancer is not doing enough work there to keep everything dead. Okay, here comes the blast lancer. Blast Mancer on face is not where you want him. Blast Mancer dead is also not where you want him. Okay, Rock Rivals again. Now, the first time you spawn it, as we saw in the first game, you do get the statue. This is where the danger comes for the spawning team. If you use it at the wrong time, you can end up giving your teammate, your opponents, a statue that, if it destroys everything, and they can build a push behind it, you can get into a lot of trouble. Okay, we've got the Gambler's Ball coming in, but it's just too late to save the Shen. That's a real shame. The Gambler's Ball had double procced to give both the Fireball and the Healing Fireball. But unfortunately, it was just too late, and Shen did perish. Now, XP is well in Blue's favour right now. They've had a very strong start. We'll see if Red can pull it back. With the Tantrum Throwers. Their first throw is a spear that can hit air. Only their first throw. They are enraged. You see their red, so they're enraged. Doing 50% normal, plus 50% normal damage. We've got the cleaver at the top. You need to try to keep it off of the blast lancer. The stun comes in. Chain lightning will clear everything up, and now there's a huge push. We've got the Diona bear trap that's going to grab hold of that cleaver, but that's only one part of the problem they need to deal with here. The blue golem is coming, but it is slow.
Time to end.
Okay.
Go get it,
Blue golem
boy.
is stunned. Shen's going to reduce that down quickly because he can just do permanent DPS due to the stun, but the Zap Shrine comes in and interrupts everything for a moment there. Okay, the Xiao Long. It is enraged. Remember, if you spawn a Xiao Long and your opponents spawn a spell, Xiao Long does get a shield, he does get rage, and he does get haste. Remember, Frenzy has been renamed to haste.
Good job, Ron.
Okay, Setsu reduced down. A shadow of his permanent self. His previous self. Words English is hard, but we'll try and get through it.
Go get it, boy.
Okay, double Screaming Scrat. That was a mistake.
Good job,
That's a
Ron.
bit of a breakdown in communication. Diona's Ruffles, perk 2, grabs some extra mana there for Broken. And we're going to have the Scrat tank denied.
We will be ready.
There's a lot here to be concerned
There's
about
one.
though. That
Go
chain
get it,
lightning was
boy.
not good. It didn't really hit very much at all. We've got a real cleaver coming in. He's going to do a huge hit on the Scrat tank. The Scrat tank is removed from the game. Okay, Shen comes in with the Zenshi flow. The bear trap's going to grab the cleaver, but it's going to disappear really soon, and the cleaver's going to be on face. 300 damage every hit. That Zap Shrine stun is huge. Okay, we got a blue golem almost on face as well. Blue golem does huge DPS. We've also got DPS coming in from the Soul Stealer as well. Okay, that has been mostly shut down, but we still have whelps. And not only are they whelps, they're whelps with spirits. Spirits are an extra 200 HP for a ground unit, 100 HP for air. This whelp is going to finish the game. That's GG. They were behind at the start, red team. They came back. Acesir and Sunless, that's 2 games to 0. Best of 5, so there is one more that needs to be won by the red team. Blue team needs to win 3 in a row to come back. Again, we're going to switch to my big, beautiful face. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a fish suit, ask yourself, why wouldn't I be wearing a fish suit? But yes, I do normally stream on Twitch, so we're watching this live on Twitch, but also it is going to be on YouTube, so you can watch it at your leisure. But if you want to come by and interact with the community and myself, come and hang out on Twitch, BadAsFish80, and we'll have a great time. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays, 9 AM Eastern till 6 PM Eastern. Okay, so next game. Best of 5, 2-0 to red. Game point, match point, championship point, tournament point. There is money and game content on the line here. It looks like Acesir and Sunless have just found a deck that they feel is really strong.
Coming of darkness.
And they're just sticking with it. We're going to switch to see the gameplay now, because of course I wasn't on the wrong scene, just to clarify. Okay, so we've got Stormbringer on each side. We've got Morelia on each side. Now you see Sunless is wearing the Morelia Dynasty costume, which is only available at a tournament price, so flexing a little bit with that. I know somebody's going to say that, yeah, Fishy's got it. Well, I got it because I begged one of the mobs, the devs, okay? No need to talk about that anymore. Okay, so XP's about level. Scrat tank pushing at the bottom. Remember, the Scrat tank only takes damage when it is open, and it only opens during melee combat. Ground melee combat, to be specific. Because there are some air units that are melee units. Flying whelps, for example, the propeller Scrats. They're all melee units. Even though they're flying, they are melee. You'll see that they have to get close. And that's why the Defenso Chopper does destroy them. Okay, so that's a lot of face damage to start off with here. Again, we've got the Rock Rivals. Okay, we've got the Haunting Hugger It's going to hug the blue golem. Now, hugged units are cursed. 3% max health damage every second. And the hugger will spawn again from the target when it dies. So it can move from target to target and get a lot of value. But the problem here we see is the statue's pushing but hasn't really got much support. It's going to get one face hit in. Just one face hit in. But here we've got Tantrum Throwers plus the Battle Xiao Monkey. Going to shut most of this push down the bottom. The Arcanist does a lot of AoE damage, but is very weak. As you saw, it just perished very quickly at the bottom there. Okay, we've got a couple of Curse Bearers out. You see the Curse laying dormant on the ground.
All will end.
Disappears after a small period of time. XP is slightly in Blue's favour. Health is in Red's favour.
Call in the big
But we saw in the previous game that being ahead on XP didn't really mean anything. Red just decided to up the ante and destroy them. Okay, so you see the spirit there. You see the units with green tinges. That means that they are spirited. They have extra health. 200 for ground units. Okay, Xiaolong getting taken out by the masters there. The bridge grab at the bottom is nice, but it's going to be denied straight away. And here comes the Magma Storm. They need to get some good shots. Remember, the Magma Storm is random.
Or you break.
Sometimes the Magma Storm will help you, and sometimes it really will not. Okay, XP still in Blue's favour. Only slightly. But we've seen in the previous matches, as the game goes on, Red Team really just seems to take advantage. They need to be careful with these cleaver hits on face because that cleaver does huge damage. 300 damage a hit. And they're relatively low HP at the moment, so they do not want to be taking any more damage than they really have to. Okay, the Battle Xiao is going to spawn. Takes the top bridge, the Morgul's going to ensure both bridges are red. Okay, Cursed Ascension is reached. 15 Spectral Essences have been collected by the blue team, which means their Undying Skeletons will respawn, and potentially, more importantly, they can spawn near the Fallen into the battlefield. Okay, we've got the Tranquil Monkey. It's kind of bugged where you can't see it moving, but it is healing at the bottom there. Okay, so remember you can only have one dragon out per time. 13 at a time, unless you ghost it or something like that. Our blue team does have multiple dragons available. We have the dragon from the card, we have the dragon from Morelia's perk 3. You can tell this is the card version because it doesn't come with the Spirit Fire as it is spawned. The card one can be used time and time again. The perk 3 is a one-time only trick. Okay, so the cleaver is going to do a lot of damage. It's tanking as well. It gets taken out, but the stun from the Zap Shrine is going to cause a problem.
I feel bolstered already.
Normally the least the dragon does is to just hold on to some bridge control for you. But here it's not. They're still struggling. Here comes perk 3 dragon. It's got the Spirit Fire. It's the Cursed Ascension version of the Spirit Fire, so anything it kills does turn into a small skeleton. Not much of a help, but it can be a pain when it comes to losing bridges and stuff just because of it. Okay, we've got an angry Xiaolong and a blue golem. Now what you'll see is when they're dealing with the dragon, they're keeping it facing away. Or at least they're trying to. This time it's spun around. They have their own dragon coming in though. Okay, so this dragon might spin around. There you go. So what they've done, what the red team's done is they've spun the blue dragon round. So their dragon is attacking it. Perfect. The dragon's quite easy to handle, as long as you just take care. You just need small units to keep it facing in the direction of your choice, which is normally away from your DPS and, of course, away from your tower. Okay, blue team is ahead on XP still, but we do have a dragon at the bottom. We have another dragon coming in from the blue team. That's dragon on dragon action. It does take the bridge. But the problem with this dragon is it's got a blue golem on it, which does huge hits. It's got a dragon on it from behind as well. Which means it's stunned as well. That's a cleaver on face. That cleaver could finish the game right here, right now. Game over. That cleaver came out from nowhere. The dragons were interesting, but while they were dealing with the dragon, the cleaver did a huge hit. Finished it off with another huge hit. That is game, set and matched. Sunless and Acesir. Well played to those guys. Your money and game content will be on the way. Remember, there's loads of stuff to be played and won for. There is a new tournament starting every 2 weeks. We alternate between a 1v1 tournament and a 2v2 tournament. But if you haven't checked out the Twitch, click on the link in the chat, in the comments, in the description. I don't know how YouTube works. Just come and hang out. Come and hang out and we'll see you on Twitch. My name's Bad as a Fish, 80, and I'll see you soon.